the warden accidentally dropped his nail clippers into one of the cells. As he opened the door to retrieve them, he unexpectedly discovered a portrait the inmate had drawn of him. Feeling insulted, he immediately ordered his men to revoke the prisoner's drawing privileges and confiscated all his artwork. This crushed any hope the prisoner had left. He had been imprisoned for accidentally hitting someone with his car, a routine traffic accident, except the victim happened to be a police officer. For that, he received a 99-year sentence. At his age, he wouldn't live to see freedom again. Now, with his only passion taken away over a simple drawing, he had nothing left. One day, he quietly slipped something into another man's pocket before requesting an axe from the guards, claiming he wanted to build some furniture. But in the next moment, he chopped off his own finger right in front of the guard, who collapsed in shock. As they forcibly took him away, the man collected the severed finger and checked his pocket, finding a flower, one that had drifted from the other side of the island, symbolizing freedom. Dotton believed his friend could escape and regain his freedom, and promised to keep the flower with him always. However, that very day, the warden discovered the flower. Prisoners weren't allowed to grow plants, so he crushed it without hesitation. This callous act so enraged a nearby elderly prisoner that he suffered a heart attack on the spot. The warden's words, combined with the old prisoner's death,
"Some men are destined never to leave Alcatraz,"
only strengthened the man's resolve to escape. The next day, he said goodbye to Green, who immediately understood his intentions. They shook hands, bidding each other farewell. But just the day before the planned escape, the warden showed up for a surprise inspection, seemingly suspicious of the man's escape plans. Despite searching the entire bed, he found nothing suspicious until his calculating mind focused on the music box against the wall, right where the ventilation duct was located. He examined the box carefully while the man nervously worried he would discover the fake iron grating. Fortunately, his painting skills were convincing enough that the warden noticed nothing unusual. Still uneasy after leaving, the warden ordered his subordinates to transfer the man to a different cell before Wednesday. They needed to act quickly. Once separated, their chance would be gone. Luckily, his accomplice had prepared all the necessary items in advance, so he decided to make his move that night. Having scouted the route earlier, the first part went smoothly. But at the crucial moment, Charlie backed out, too afraid to continue. A failed escape attempt meant facing the death penalty, a risk he wasn't willing to take. The man couldn't blame him. He himself had no way back. When the guards came for bed check, they only saw what appeared to be the men sleeping soundly, never realizing they were looking at dummies. Meanwhile, Charlie wept alone in his cell. The guard merely shook his head. Such emotional breakdowns were common in prison. By then, the other three had reached the metal door. As a precaution, they sent John ahead to scout. When he pushed open the ventilation cover, the noise immediately caught the attention of a guard in the watchtower. The guard swept the area with his searchlight but found nothing unusual. As soon as the light moved away, John climbed out of the duct and tapped on the pipe to signal the others. Hearing the signal, the man quickly sent up his other companion, then passed up the life vests and raft for him to hand to John. Now it was his turn to crawl through, but his larger companion got temporarily stuck in the opening. After struggling desperately, he finally squeezed through and immediately took cover in a corner that was safe from the searchlight. Once both men were secure, the protagonist hurriedly made his way out as well. Back in the cell, Charlie finally mustered his courage and decided to take the risk after all, but was it too late?